All right, good morning, everybody. Figured I'd give you guys a shop update, actually, for some of my customers and everything. I kind of just cover all the bases all at once. Anyways, got the old Nova running the other week. Waiting on my speed engineering, 3-inch X pipe to come forward. I'll probably put that under the car, put some mufflers on it, and I'll probably take it to a shop or somewhere and get them to run the tailpipes out the back or whatever. It'll be pretty slick the way I want to do it. I just don't want to run like just a regular straight out the back. I want to run it where it kind of comes out like right under the bumper and then turns down where it's tucked up. I'll do that. Kind of with this car right here, you'll see one of the shorts I put, where the floors are kind of messed up. To be honest, I'm kind of at a point of, do I build a nice driver or do I try to make it really nice? You let me know what you think about that. What I should do with this, check the short out, and you'll see a little bit more detail, or either check out some of the other videos. When I first got the car, you'll see how the floors are on it. Anyways, my customer stuff here. I got this 7.3 truck here, and I know it's got a 6-liter front end on it, but it's a 7.3 truck. It's got a misfire. It's a pretty heavy misfire, more than sure. Probably got a couple injectors stuck in it, hung in it or whatever. I got to check that out. I'll get to it, whatever. This 6.7 here, I'll show you a little bit on this here. Oh, wait a minute. I was trying to do this all with one hand. All right. The 6.7 here, it's got a front cover leak or gear housing leak. It's very common for these 6.7s. This truck right here has actually got like 120,000 miles on it or so. Anyways, I gotta pull the cam out and get it. It is what it is. It's just a job. But I'll get this taken care of this week. Probably I'll do it probably on Thursday or Friday when I'm off from my regular job. Take care of this. We've got this seal right, like honey wagon type thing here. What I had to do here, I had to put a coupler, Lovejoy coupler and pulley on it so that the compressor would actually build air pressure. Actually, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll show you the pulley that come off of that there. Tell you what, man, I don't know how many of you folks out there kind of have like side jobs or whatever you do. My side job, I definitely consider it a full-time job, seeing that I pay insurance and stuff like that. But anyways, sometimes it's hard trying to be a one-man show. I've got guys that help me from time to time, but they've got other stuff going on too, so sometimes it's not really that you can depend on them, but it's all right. They do help me when they can, and I really do appreciate it, so it is what it is. But this coupler here, it's not really designed the best in the world, but right here, I don't know if you can see that there, but there's a hole for a keyway there, and you'll see that hole for that keyway is opened up a lot. So the keyway's only, what is that, maybe like a 1/4 inch or so thick. Anyways, it opened up, and so this got to wallering around. It walled around. This pulley, which sits on this kind of like a taper fit, you tighten up them bolts right there on this collar here, and it would fit tight on the shaft on the motor. Anyhow, it bolts loosened up, I guess, and I was able to wallow around on that keyway. And then I'm assuming with the belt tension, with it wallowing around, this Lovejoy coupler here, it kind of got off centered and it tore it all to hell. So it is what it is. But anyways, like I said, this 7.3 here, we put ball joints and all on it last week, and then like I said, got to take care of the misfire issue that it's got. This Pentastar car here, overheating, needs some rotors or whatever, get them turned. I think it's got like 120,000 miles, nothing special. It is what it is. Now, let me tell you something that's been the bane of my existence for like the past week or so. So this Massey Ferguson 135 here, good friend of mine, he dropped it off. I really don't like working on tractors, but you know, a little gas tractor probably wouldn't, it ain't much to it. So he drops the thing off and he says, hey man, you know, I want you to seal the PTO shaft, check why it won't hold a load, which, to be honest, he's unfamiliar with that particular tractor. And what it was, he just had the position for the lift. He just had it where it was in like the float position and not in the actual where it'll keep constant pressure on it to keep it up. Anyhow, he's that, you know, he's like, hey, tune it up a little bit, whatever. All right, no problem. So I get it over here, do just about everything he wants done, and the fuel tank on it, we had to seal the fuel tank, that's what it was. So take the fuel tank off, seal, he gets the fuel tank sealed, I put it back on. I noticed that the tractor, like, it never would run, you never could get it into high RPM, you know, or what like the rated PTO RPM is for it. So anyways, I adjusted all the linkage and everything for it, and after I got the linkage adjusted, the damn thing acted like it did not want to run. Like, just it run fine one day, and then the next day I go out to start it, it wouldn't do anything. Like, it would start up and it kind of spit and sputter and cut off, and I mean, it was black smoking like it was running rich, you know. And I said, okay, well, since the carburetor, you know, on there, it's been on there since God knows when, and probably hadn't been touched, and we noted the fuel tank had to get sealed up because it had a bunch of trash in it. Like, okay, hey, maybe it might be some trash in the carburetor. So I take the carburetor off, clean it, blow it out. Well, I'll be damned, the daggone thing still run like crap. So I've been kind of letting it sit for like the past week or so, because I really hadn't had in mind to fool with the daggone thing, because to be honest, it kind of pissed me off, because I'm like, man, I've done all this stuff to it and now it wants to act like a monkey, you know, when it's about time for me to send it back to its owner. So I was sitting at work last night, actually last night. I was sitting there at work and I said, you know what? I said, let me check and see if that coil's getting a full 12 volts. You know, because mind you, this tractor's probably that Massey Ferguson's probably like a 60s or a 70s model tractor. And, you know, forgive me if I don't have the right gear about right on that thing. But anyways, you know, 60s, 70s model tractor. So you figure that wiring's probably got to have some age on it, you know. And being on a tractor, you know, it's probably exposed to the elements all the time. So this morning I said, you know what? I said, let me run a brand new wire from the battery, from the positive, all the way down to the hot side of the coil. Forgive me. Anyway, so I do that. Guess what? That son of a gun runs better than it ever ran, just by me doing that there. So now I got it sitting up there running now. Let it sit and run. You know, probably charge the battery up some because it's been sitting a little bit. You know, burn some of the carbon off the pistons and the plugs or whatever, because we know it hadn't been running well, which I should have showed you guys. I've got a couple of the spark plugs that come out of that thing before, and one of them, oh my goodness, I'll see if I can link. I think I got some pictures of these spark plugs. I'll post them here. But man, they were just, a couple of them were like just fouled, where they were I guess oil fouled, where like the electrode and the ground had bridged each other. Man, it's terrible. Anyways, this thing here, which you probably might have seen in my shorts, doing a few things to it. Machine I got, or whatever, recently been in framed, It's just a little D4E model, you know, it's an older type D4. I'll probably use it, try to clean up some paths and stuff for my little boy so he can ride around or whatever on the 4-wheel and all. This tilt cylinder here, need to get it repacked, which that won't be no big deal for me. I get that taken care of. Actually, I got a good friend of mine who works down at a hydraulic shop in Charlotte. He's supposed to be coming up near the end of the month to pick up a car from me. So I may just get him to take care of that for me. Aside from that, this machine's a pretty damn good machine. You'll see this track right here looks like it's sunk down a little bit. That's no biggie. Just got to put a little bit of grease in it. So that is what it is. Let's see here. Got a couple jobs that I need to get in the shop here pretty soon. I got a SRT 10 truck over here that I need to get in the shop. So we'll get it in. It's got low compression on a couple cylinders, and it's got a very profound miss to it. But with it being a 10-cylinder, you know, if it's got a miss on 2 cylinders, it still runs like a V8, you know. But anyways, it's sitting down here in the field of dreams right now. So we got to get it out of here. If you guys are still here and still watching, I've got this Cutlass here for sale. Got a title for it. Well, I'll take that back. I've got an MVR4 form for it, which is a lost title form from the owner that I bought the car from. But anyhow, it's a 3.8 car. Ain't nothing special about it. It's just pretty solid for the most part. The body's pretty solid. Worst part, vinyl roofs went to crap. Got a hole here, got a hole over there. You know, a person can fix this or whatever. I'm not really a body guy, and I don't really care enough about it to worry about it. I've got a handful of these cars now, so it is what it is. I've got a gray one, a gray one with a factory sunroof in it that I'm actually in the middle of doing an LS swap to. Whenever I do finish that car very well might be for sale. If you want to see that car, just let me know in the comments below. But like I said, got this SRT 10 truck here, 6-speed truck, pretty slick truck. Need to get it up into the shop. That's probably going to be one of my wintertime projects. I was telling a guy the other day, I think what I'm probably going to do as far as my main business goes is tell the majority of my customers, you know, unless it's something that's extremely pressing, which generally most of the stuff that they bring me is pressing, probably gonna just use this fall time here to kind of take care of some projects, some jobs that I've had sitting around for a while, stuff that, you know, folks that are not really, you know, they're not really pushing me on, and I'm not really pushing myself on, to get some of that stuff out of the way. And I realize, you know, that there are some people out there who don't really like shops like myself, who kind of just, you know, kind of lackadaisical in a sense when it comes to certain work. But if we're going to be completely honest, you know, I told the customers up front, like, hey, look, you know, I probably won't be able to get to this project because, you know, what you want done is not really my main bread and butter. My main bread and butter is keeping those diesels on the road and all that good stuff. But anyhow, like I said, that's pretty much an update of what I got going on right now. I know I hadn't really posted a lot in a while. If I'm gonna be completely honest, YouTube's really not something I really focus a whole hell of a lot on. It's just nice to kind of hear myself talk sometimes and and find out that you know, there's other people out there who kind of think the same way that I do. And you know, if you go back and look, a lot of my earlier videos, most all those are technical videos, and to be honest, you know, I've got great feedback from those, and most of the time the people that are looking at them are looking at them specifically for technical advice. So it is what